A life as a student, pretty hard. But balancing that life, the life as an entrepreneur, is much harder. But don't worry, I got you. You see, just last week I got my board results and I scored 92%. So look, those numbers may not be outstanding for most, but I'm pretty happy and proud of my results because for the past few months I've been juggling three different lives. One as an entrepreneur, the other as a musician, and well, of course, the third life, the life as an Indian student. Now, emphasis on the word Indian because there's a lot of competition out here and a lot of societal expectations to meet. But anyways, here's exactly how I did it. A quick overview. My name is Priyam. I'm 16 years old. I started my first company called Digital Brain Music just last year during my 10th grade, which was supposed to be a year for academic importance, but I had a crazy ass passion for money. So I had to get my hands on some bread. So one thing led after the other, and I started signing many clients over the 10th grade term. But anyways, these are the things that I did for me to have been able to manage both my business as well as my studies. Number one, disconnect. I disconnect myself from anything around me that's not an asset. Now, what is an asset? An asset is something you can benefit from for over a long period of time, right? So there's pretty much no point of me, interacting with something that's not an asset. But yeah, anyways, I disconnect myself from number one, social media. Like, that's obvious, right? Because at that point in time, I wasn't creating any content. So there was practically no point for me to be on social media. I literally went ghost. I think I had a lot of DMs on Insta that I did not respond to. A lot of people I ghosted, a lot of connections lost. But yeah, I'm disconnecting myself from social media. But I did watch educational content on YouTube, whether it's academic related or business related. But everything that all the content I consumed was something that benefited me. So yeah, I just disconnected myself from everything that's not an asset. I also disconnected from my acquaintances. Look, I'm throwing the word acquaintances around here very carefully and explicitly because acquaintances are someone you can just be pally with, right? They're not your friends. Now, a friend is someone who you can benefit from for a long period of time because a friend is an asset. A friend is someone who can compliment you, criticize you, correct you, and also someone you can get a few favors and learn from, right? A friend is someone who you benefit from. But at that point in time, when I was in like the midterm of my 10th grade, is when I truly realized this that I was hanging around with acquaintances, not friends. And there's practically no point for me to invest my time in them when I wouldn't get anything on the receiving end. So if the people you're hanging out with aren't your friends, um, the way I've defined it, then they're your acquaintances, and there's no point for you to be in, you know, hanging out with them constantly 24/7. I mean, be in touch with them, keep value with them, but keep them at an arm's length, I'll say. Don't get distracted. And disconnecting yourself is one of the most important things because only when you disconnect yourself is when you can lock in, focus, and get shit done. Otherwise, you can't. Coming to the second point is obviously locking in, as I just mentioned. Okay, you've disconnected yourself from all your friends. What do you got to do now? Okay, disconnect yourself from all your acquaintances. What do you have to do in life now? You have no other option but to focus on what you really want to do. You have so much time for what you actually want to do in life. It's that simple. Disconnecting is the first step. Next, you can practically achieve anything in life after you do the first step. Because only when you disconnect can you lock in. Now, I do not want to even define what locking in is because you exactly know what locking in means. But I'll just put it this way, no millionaire, billionaire, or trillionaire has ever become rich without locking in. I mean, either they were born rich, which is a different thing. So, yeah, anyways, if you're not born rich, you have to lock in and keep it as simple as that. You have to lock in. The third thing that you need to do is that you got to not care. Not caring is a very important thing because only when you stop caring about what other about what other people think about you is when you can actually just focus on what you're doing to your fullest potential and do every single thing that you want to do in your mind, right? Because when you start caring about others' opinions, you start having second thoughts. Now, as a matter of fact, not even my friends. I mean, I'm not talking about acquaintance, but I'm talking about my friends. Not even my friends know that I have this channel out here and I'm just trying to document my journey and also help others along the way. They do not know that, nor do they even need to know. Okay? I mean, and go ahead and tell your friends, but I just think that you should not tell everything to your acquaintances or people who you do not really care about. Tell what you're doing in life to your mom, dad, granny, or even your dog. So yeah, just let the results show for itself is what I want to say. The fourth thing that you need to do is manifest. Manifestation is so real and I wholeheartedly believe in it. As a matter of fact, I have this journal that says do the right stuff. And I every morning and every night before I go to bed, I write in this. I write a letter to the universe, thanking the universe what I'm grateful for. In the mornings, I write what I'm grateful for over the week. In the nights, what I'm grateful for over the day, and about the things I want to achieve. Mornings, I write what I want to achieve over the day. In the nights, it's basically in the long run, right? So manifestation is completely real. As a matter of fact, I written that I wanted 93% in my board exams, but I got 92. My friends can make mistakes at times, right? So it's okay. But I've written that I wanted to get 40K in the first quarter of the year, long ago in the month of January, and I actually managed to do that. So it is completely, completely real. Now, if you choose to write in a journal or you just choose to keep it in your mind, it's up to you. But journaling is a very, very, very key thing if you truly want to be successful, is what I feel. Anyways, the last thing you need to do, and probably one of the most important, is just to pray. Whichever religion you follow, whichever God you believe in, or if you don't believe in a God or believe in some energy, but you just need to know that there is some kind of energy out there. Just pray. When you're doing a business, before starting, while you're studying, and after studying, just pray. Ask God about the kind of help you need. Ask God to keep you healthy, and that's basically all you need to do. And everything will eventually sort things out. Everything will sort out. So, yeah. Anyways, this was a pretty long video. If you have watched to the end, thank you so much. It's my first time recording like a long and short kind of video where I'm just talking and yapping. But if you stayed here to the end, please.